I say so myself. I'm the greatest seducer of other men's wives that I've ever met. I say this not boastfully, but as a matter of record. The staggering figures speak for themselves. Now, for those men who are interested in playing this highly satisfying but often dangerous game, I urge you to take out pen and paper and take notes. I am going to discuss my method. In defense, married women may do likewise, but it will do them little good if they happen to be the chosen victim. My method has never failed. Now then, there are three vital characteristics needed. They are patience, more patience, and even more patience. Now then, if you do not have the strength to wait and persist, I urge you to take up bicycling, Dota. Seducing isn't for you. Now then, in order to seduce a man's wife, you must, I repeat, must stay away from her as far as possible. Ignore her if you must, pay her no attention at all. We will get to her through the husband. Now you are about to witness a practical demonstration. For as it happens, I am madly and deeply in love this week. My heart pounds knowing that she will pass through this garden in a few moments with her husband. Every fiber of my being tells me to throw my arms around her and embrace her with every passion in my heart. But observe how a master works. I shall be cool almost to the point of freezing. My heart of hearts and her husband arrive.
Ah! Peter Semyonich! Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, my dear Nicola, you're looking good. You're hitting the gym, huh? Notice I am not looking at her.
And you gay devil! You're always looking well. Excuse me, have you met my wife, Irina? Of course you have. You met her at the dinner at the Best Knobs. Irina, I don't know what this charmer said to you, but I must warn you that he is a scoundrel, a notorious bachelor, an exceptional swordsman! That's the best I can say for you, Peter.
Ah, you exaggerate, Nicky. Good to see you. Madame, good to see you again.
We were just taking a stroll. If you're not busy, why don't you walk with us?
Ah, that's so kind of you, Nicky. But as a matter of fact, I am riveted to this spot. A new romance has just entered my life, and my legs are like pillars of granite. Until she is out of my sight, I'm afraid I will be incapable of movement. Too much, you get. As I said, be patient.
Fantastic! You never cease to amaze me. Pretty, I suppose?
Suppose magnificent. Suppose glorious. And you will suppose correctly.
Fantastic. Any complications?
As usual, a husband. I'm afraid my cause looks hopeless.
Nonsense! I'm placing my money on you, Peter, and you know I never bet unless I'm sure of winning. Well, we're off. Good hunting, my boy! Good hunting!
Madame. Beautifully done, don't you think? I'm sometimes awed by the work of a true professional. Did you all notice our eyes barely met? We haven't spoke a word, barely a word, but how much she knows of me already. A, I'm a popular bachelor. B, a man in love, always titillating to romantic women. C, a gifted sportsman, a nice contrast to her sedentary husband. And D, and this is the most important, a dangerous man with the ladies. Quite frankly, as of this point, she's quite disgusted by me. It's because A, I'm a braggart and a scoundrel. B, I'm shamelessly frank as to my own intentions, and C, she thinks she's not the one I'm interested in. Forgive me if I'm slightly overcome by my deviousness. By the way, are you writing this down? It gets tricky from here on in. Now, next step. Oh, hypnosis. Not hypnosis with your eyes, but with the poison of your tongue. Very much like a venomous snake moving in for the kills. What's more, the best channel is the husband himself. Witness as I accidentally run into him one day.
Peter, you're looking glum. I take it your pursuit isn't going well?
Isn't that obvious? I'm doomed, Nick. I haven't seen her since I last met you and your wife. I sleep little, eat less. I've had all my shirt collars taken a half inch. I grew slimmer. But Nikki, why do I waste my time chasing after women I can never call my own? How I envy you.
Me? What is there about me that you envy?
Why, your marriage, of course. A charming woman, your wife, let me tell you.
My wife? What is it about her that fascinates you so?
Her grace, her quiet charm, everything. But mostly it's the way she looks at you. Ah, if someone would look at me like that with loving and adoring eyes, it must send quivers through your body.
Quivers? No, not really.
A tingle, perhaps? Don't tell me you don't tingle when she looks at you.
Of course! By all means, I tingle all the time!
She's an ideal woman, Nikki. Believe that from a lonely bachelor and be glad that fate gave you a wife like that.
Perhaps fate will be as kind to you.
That's what I'm counting on. Oh, good heavens! I'm late for my doctor's appointment.
What is he treating you for?
Melancholia. Please say hello to your extraordinary wife for me. But I urge you not to repeat our conversation. It might embarrass her fragile sensibilities. Oh, where is the woman for me? I know it. The question is, how soon will she be mine? There's still a task to be done, but not by me. That task calls to mind aid and accomplice, the husband. Oh, by the way, I saw Peter Semyonich today.
Oh, by the way, I saw Peter Semyonich today.
Who?
Peter Semyonich? The bachelor. That attractive fellow we met in the gardens, you remember?
I remember what a loathsome man he is.
You may not think so what I have to say about you.
Nothing that braggart could say would interest me.
He spoke most enthusiastically about you. He was enraptured by your grace, your quiet charm. And he seemed to feel that you were capable of loving a man some extraordinary way. He went on, and, well, good night, my dear.
Good night. What else?
Hmm?
What else did he have to say about me?
Peter?
Whatever that loathsome man's name is. What else did Peter Semyonich have to say about me?
Well, that's more or less it. What I told you.
But you said he went on and on.
He did.
Well, you stop. If he went on and on, don't stop. Either go on and on or... Let's go to bed.
Well, he said how much he envied me, how much he wanted someone to look at him the way he looked at me.
How does he know the way I look at you?
Well, that day in the gardens, he must have been looking at you and looking at me. I said I tingled to my whole body.
The way I looked at you.
Exactly, my precious.
Yeah, okay. But you were looking at him, so you couldn't have seen how I was looking at you. In fact, I was looking at the flowers because he kept making me nervous the way he kept avoiding looking at me. I was tingled for some other reason.
It's getting rather confusing. The point is, I thought it would please you.
Well, it doesn't. I'd rather you wouldn't tell me such things. Are you going to see him again soon?
Tomorrow for lunch?
Well, I'd rather not be discussed over lunch. Tell him that. And then at dinner, you can tell me what he said. Good night, Nikki.
Good night, my angel.
Good night, my love. I'm spelled out by my own powers. I succeeded not only in piquing her interest, but causing her heart to flutter at the mere mention of my name. The same man he called loathsome not 2 minutes ago. All this was done, mind you, while I was at home taking a pine-scented bath. Luncheon the next day was not only nourishing, but productive. By the way, old man, I ran into Nekrasov the other day. It seems he's been commissioned by a wealthy prince to paint the head of typical Russian beauty. He asked me to look out for a model for him. He said, I said I knew just the woman, but I didn't dare ask her myself. What do you think of asking your wife?
Asking my wife what?
To be the model, of course. Ah, that lovely head of hers. It would be quite a damn shame if
if that whole world missed the chance to be immortalized for all the world.
I mean, it would be quite a damn shame if that exquisite face missed the chance to be immortalized for all the world.
For all the world? Really? I see what you mean.
Why don't you discuss it with me?
Good idea. I'll discuss it with her. Well, I said I would discuss it with you. What do you think?
I think it's nonsense. I mean, did he actually say a typical Russian beauty?
Precisely. And that would be a damn shame if that exquisite face Mr. Tanner become immortalized for all the world. That's what he said.
He gets carried away by his own voice. Those exact words, you didn't leave anything out.
Oh, yes. That lovely face. You know, I thought that lovely face. You said that a number of times, I think.
He does go on, doesn't he? How many times did he say it? Once? Twice? What?
Let me think. It's hard to remember.
It's not important, but in the future, I wish you'd write these things down.
Have you seen me near her? Gurgle more. Have you heard me speak to her? Has any correspondence passed between us? No, my dear pupils, but she hangs on my every word uttered by her dear husband. Awesome, isn't it? We apply this trick in 2 to 3 weeks. Her resistance is weakening, weakening,
Nikki,
I think his mind is elsewhere. If you ask me, on someone from the looks of him.
woman? What woman? Did he mention any women in particular?
Oh no, he's too discreet for that. He'll protect for a good name at any cost. Instead, he talks of you all day. Poor fool. I mean, I feel sorry for him.
It's really none of our concern, Nikki. By the way, did you invite him to dinner tomorrow?
He's busy.
The day after that?
Busy.
Next week, next month. When? Does this man eat?
Well, he says he's involved in some very important project. It'll be months before he can see us. He did so with patience and persistence. Good things will come to him. By the way, he thinks you should go on the stage.
The stage? Me? On the stage? Why, in heaven's name?
Well, he said, just a moment, I don't want to misquote him.
Take your time. I want you to get this as accurately as possible.
Ah, yes. With such an attractive appearance, intelligence, and sensitiveness, it's a sin for her to just be a housewife.
Dear, he said that?
And that ordinary demands don't exist for such women.
Nikki, I don't think I want to hear anymore.
Natures like that should not be bound by time and space.
Nikki, I implore you, please stop.
I never worked so busy, I... Take her away from you.
You said that?
Yes, right there.
Oh, what did you say, Nikki? It's important that I know what you said then.
Well, I said take her then. I'm not gonna fight a duel over her.
Nikki, you mustn't discuss me with him anymore. I beg of you not to mention my name to him ever again.
But I don't, my love. He's the one who always brings up the subject. He actually accused me of not understanding you. He shot at me. If I were Turgenev, I would put it in a novel. The Passionate Angel, I would call it. Man is weird. Definitely weird.
His delivering my love letters, sealing them with kisses, and calls me weird. I ask you. Now let's see what we've got so far. This poor woman is definitely consumed with a passion to meet me. She's quite sure that I'm the only one, the only man who truly understands her. Her yawning, disinterested husband transmits my every remark, but it is my voice she hears, my words that sing in her heart. The sweet poison is doing its work. I am relentless. There is no room for mercy in the seducing business. Observe how Deftly, the final stroke is administered. For the faint-hearted, I urge you, look away.
No, Nikki, not another word, nothing.
But exactly! He told me to tell you nothing! He would worry of your sweet, sympathetic nature, that you would get caught up in someone else's distress!
Distress? He's in distress, but why?
Loneliness. He says he has no friends, no true friends that understands him.
Doesn't he know how much we understand him completely? Doesn't he know how much we commune with him daily? Doesn't he know how much we yearn to be with him, Nikki? You and I!
Again, I try to make that clear. Again, I urged him to come home and dinner with me, but he said he can't face people. He's so depressed he paces in the gardens every night. We met him.
What time?
Between 8 and 9. By the way, we're invited to the Boscovics tomorrow for dinner. Is 8 o'clock all right for you?
No. I'm going to visit Aunt Sophia. She's ill. I'll be there around 9. Or a little bit after that.
Please, 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 no applause. I couldn't have done it alone. I share the honor with my good friend and collaborator, the husband. Wooed her so successfully. There is no carriage fast enough for her to be in my arms. She ran all the way. Observe. Now for the conclusion. You will understand me if I ask you to busy yourselves with your programs or such. The next few moments are private, and I am, after all, a gentleman. My love, my sweet dear angel. At last I can speak the words that I...
No. Not a word. Not a sound. I couldn't bear it. Not until you heard what's in my heart. These past few weeks have been in torment. You've used my husband as a clever and devious device to arouse my passions, which I freely admit have been lying dormant these past 7 years. Whether you were sincere or not, you've awakened in me desires and longings I never dreamt were possible. You appeal to my vanity and I succumb. You stir my thoughts of untold pleasures and I weaken. And you attack my every vulnerability and I surrender. I'm here, Peter Semyonich, if you want me. But let me add this. I love my husband dearly. He's not a passionate man, nor even remotely romantic. Our relationship reaches neither the heights of ecstasy nor the depths of anguish. We have an even marriage, moderate and comfortable. Yet in accepting these conditions and the full measure of his devoted love, I have been happy. I come to you now knowing that once you take me in your arms, my marriage and my life with Nikki will be destroyed for all time. I'm too weak and too selfish to make the choice, so I rely on your strength of character. The option is yours, my dear Peter. Whichever one you choose will make me both eternally grateful, yet eternally miserable. I beg of you not to use me as an amusement, though even with that knowledge, I would not refuse you. I am yours to do as you wish, Peter Semyonich. If you want me, open your arms now and I will come to you. If you love me, turn your back and walk away and I will never see or speak to you ever again. Choice dearest, sweetest love of my life is yours. And I await your decision. God bless you, Peter Semyonich. I'm sure that life brings you the happiness you've just brought to me.
Peter Semyonich, the former seducer of other men's wives, from that day on turned his attention to single, unmarried women only. Until one day the perfect girl came along, and the confirmed bachelor was married at last. He is today a perfectly happy man. Except possibly on the occasion when some dashing young officer tells him how attractive he finds his lovely young wife.